Hello everybody, Opticus Radix is here, and we will be starting on the second part of our tutorial. We'll be giving this guy some textures like this, and it's really super easy. We're going to be using some cool little tricks to make our texturing life really easy. And what's cool is this is a really low poly model right here. Cylinder, you know, a base cube, not that many faces. 7,000 okay, so not too bad, and this renders super quick once it's done. So let's get started. The mirror modifier is our friend. It's going to help us do all these textures. So I'm just going to go ahead and save this under everything real quick. Turn on screencast for you guys. Screencast on. Alright. Now, sometimes it crashes my Blender, but let's hope not. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete all the materials I have for this. So we can start from scratch here. I'll delete this as well because we didn't make that yet. And that. Alright. So, really easy. We're going to be using the project from view to UV texture this, and then some little tricks here and there. And basically, to make our life easy, we're going to split all these tubes into half and use the mirror modifier, and we'll make some little pieces here and there, but it's going to be pretty easy. Everything we make in a half section, so the texture is just doubled over, and it still looks good, and it works really well. So this is not too bad. Alright, so let's start off with this right here. So I'm going to hide all this. Cool. I'm going to Control lift arrow to my texture window. I just go up here and click on UV editing. Whatever's clever. Go to my ortho. Go to one view. Press. Okay, so over here in my UV editing, you'll have these little windows open like this. Just press T to make them go away. You can press N right here. But we're gonna leave that open for now. So I like to have my materials handy in here. So I'm just gonna pull. See right here. I'm just gonna pull this little thing over right here. And go to a properties view. Kind of pull that out a little bit, and we'll give this a new material. I will go to image texture, and right here, because we have our loaded for our background image, our template, we're just gonna click that right there, and it's already done for me. That's kind of cheating, but let me hide this right here. Alright, so you just press tab, go right here, and you press U, project from view. And you'll get this right here. So I'm going to press Control down to make this the whole screen, and I'm going to press A twice, and I'm going to scale. There's no Z-axis in the UV editor, only the X and Y. So Y is your up and down, and X is your left to right here. So let's see. So there's no let me see something. There's no screencast in this mode right here. So I'll just tell you what I'm doing. So I'm grabbing on the X-axis, and I'm grabbing on the Y-axis. I'm going to scale it, the whole thing, down, and you'll see it needs a little bit. Scale on the X, grab it on the Y, and that's pretty close. We're having a little bit of a, but we can take care of that. So I'm pressing A, I'm using the B select, I'm going to grab this on the X-axis, I'm going to scale the whole thing down, like that. You can see and make sure that you're not getting any white lines. And we'll scale it up a little bit, grab it on the Y, right here, grab it on the X. Okay, right here, we're having, I'm going to B select this, hell. And then I'm going to scale the Y. No, I'm not going to scale the Y, I'm going to scale the X. I'm going to grab it on the X. Scale X, grab X, scale X, grab X right there. So it's right on the edge. Right here, just grab this whole section, grab it on the Y-axis. See, we're right in the edge right there. Oh, hey, how about that? Alright, now right here, I'm going to grab this and grab it on the X-axis. I'm going to unselect those. So let's see. C. Okay, grab it on the X-axis. This one, I'm gonna just grab it like that. Oh, I don't know what that is. Alright, B. Grab this over here. Just gonna grab this in the X. I don't know what that's doing. Let's see what that's doing in our actual model. Nothing. Okay, so see right there? That is not too bad. We got a little crease layer there, sorry. Alright. That's working right there. And this is just that surface right there, so that's pretty cool. We'll add these handles in a second. Alright, so I'm going to alt hide and everything. So we got that done. Let's hide this. We'll hide your base now. Get rid of these tubes, and we will first do our cylinder right here. So same thing, to add material right here, image texture, rocket launcher. So I already have that right there. It's cheating. Tab, U, project from view. Okay, so you got that right there. Same deal. Scale it on the X. Grab it up here. Let's scale the X. The Y to boot there. And we'll scale the X a little bit. I'm going to grab it on the X. And I just want mainly this stuff right here to match up good. So let's see. Not too bad. I'm just going to grab this on the X and move it out to there. And make sure I don't have to grab. Okay. I'm going to grab this whole section and grab it on the X. Move it to right there. I'm gonna not grab that. Okay, I'm gonna border select this and scale on the Y. And you know, here, let's undo that. Let's get this whole section. How about this whole section? And scale on the Y just a little bit. Grab Y. Scale Y. Okay, it's okay if that's a little bit smaller. So this part is covered anyway, so let's see what we got here. We got tear from that. Let's here. Let's see if we can't get this whole thing and scale on the Y just a little bit. There we go. No tear. Looks good. Alright. Save. One view right here. Going to here. This is a 3D view. This should. I don't see why I shouldn't have screencast keys. Okay, it's right there. Okay, cool. Alright. Alt H, unhide everything. You can see we're coming along there, so let's hide him. I'll hide these tubes. Get rid of that for now, and we got our cube. This is this section right here. So, same thing, new material, little dot right there, image texture, find your rocket launcher. I'm going to tab A, select everything, U, project from view. Whoa. Okay, sorry, that's my fault. Alright. Scale X, grab right here, and if you press Control down, it goes that whole. Makes you full screen, which gives you a lot better working area. Alright. Okay. So let's pull it down just a little bit and scale the Y. And grab it up on the Y just a little bit. Okay. I'm just going to cheat this in. Ooh. Border select, make sure you grab both of those. We don't want that tearing, just a little bit of tearing. Cool, let's check out what we got. That's, you're like, oh, you know, what's up with that? And this, and this. So, here's what we're going to do. If you're one right here, tabbing, you're going to select everything, press P to pin it. And it'll turn red like this, so that means everything's pinned. So, I'm going to unselect. I'm going to go to my one view. I'm going to make sure that I select, oops, this top face is right here. And I'll go to Z mode, and face object mode right there, or material mode, whatever you want to call it. And let's go ahead and get anybody on the top. If you click on these little dots, that's going to get your face for you. Okay. Alright, I can live with that. So go to your 7 view, And same thing, right? Do right here. Whoops, sorry, not P. U. Project from view with bounds. I'll give you this. Okay, so it's not going to let you. There we go. Sorry. Scale X. Scale Y. Scale X. And so I'm just going to use this again. Okay. Now check this out. And if we go to, gives you that up there, but you never know, because we go like this, Alt H, and that's what you got so far. And that works because it flattens it out right there, and it kind of looks like it, you know, if you look at it from this side, I like it. Got another green button up there. It works. When you're doing animations, I mean, unless you're, I mean, in professional animation, you fake quality. You do the same thing. You'd make basic objects, maybe not even these bridges right here, and you would just texture it, because you don't want to have, you know, textured material. I mean, just materials, because it takes a long time to render everything. And if you do this, so here, I'll show you. I'll go to your rendered mode, and if you look at that, instantly has this. It's only at 9-10 samples, but everything else takes a long time. You see how this just comes in, and if you went to even an emission right here, you'll see how fast. 3 samples done. It's because it's textured. So if you hit this one right here, you get that right there. Go to its backside. Even the backside looks cool. It looks cooler than it did before. We'll change that on that backside though. Alright. So I'm gonna go right here. Actually, sorry. First, I'm gonna hide all this stuff. And I'm just going to go to here and go to my Z mode, and I'm going to C, unselect all this. C, and I'm holding down right click or whatever you got to do. Get just these top faces selected, and we'll do the same thing. 7 view, P, U, project loose bounds, A twice, scale Y, scale X. Okay, and I will just doesn't really matter. Pick something. Z. Cool. Works. You'll never see that stuff anyways. One view. Alt H and hide. Get this guy right here. Texture. You know the deal. Image texture. Rocket. You know what? That's weird. You should be clicking UV on these. Right here in the vector, click UV to make sure it's taking your UV coordinates. It's remembering my UV coordinates from before, so that's why you'd have to do that or it wouldn't show up. This one, vector UV. So let's. Alright. 1, tab, project from view. Width bounds makes it fit inside this whatever area. Scale X. Whoa. Scale X. Scale Y, scale, grab X. Let's see here. Okay. Scale, scale Y, scale Y some more. And I just really want to get that section right there, so I'm just going to scale the X till that's kind of matching up. Alright, now, oops, I'm just going to grab this on the X, get that right there. Sorry, and grab this right here, grabbing the X. And this whole section is going to go up. That works. Alright, so same deal right here. Oops, sorry. P for pin it. Go to your one view. Then we're just going to select these top faces because those will show up at the top. I really want that to be P instead of U. Scale down and just kind of get something that works in there. Here, I'm going to rotate this 90 degrees, and that's cool for me. That works out. Looks cool. Front section, yeah, why not? Control 3. Here, and you're seeing some residuals in there. Okay, that's pinned, and then just grab these guys. Whoops. Control 3 to go to your opposite 3 side view. You project from bounds. Scale the heck out of it. Go X here, and this is working out good. This section. Scale the X. Grab X. Okay. Hey! Whoops. Alt hide. Cool. Alright. So these two guys are a little bit harder, and but we'll solve it really easy. So I'm going to disappear, hide this, hide that guy, hide this, hide the plane, hide everything else I have here, and we'll just start this top one, and this guy will hide too. So make sure you're in a one view. Top. Oh, sorry. First, let's split this in half. Using the mirror modifier makes your texturing twice as fast, and you're doing half the work. So first things first is I'm just going to go to Control Tab for Face Select. You see, I don't see my little dots anymore. Very strange. That seems to be a bug in Blender 2.64. Okay, I'm going to save because I sense a crash coming. So I'm going to press Control L. Whoops. That's Control J. So that's Control L, and that will select all these objects. P is the separate function by selection. Tab edit mode. I'm going to grab these guys. Go away. Okay, I'm going to grab these guys on the Z-axis and then grab them on the Y-axis. And I get the same thing right here. I'm grabbing this. I'm going to skip. I don't care about this. That's inside. Yeah. Alright, 7. Go to your top view. As you can see, there's your center line right there. So I'm going to Control Tab into vertex mode, and from a nice zoom position right here, I'm going to grab these vertices. Don't grab the center one. Yeah, go all the way over here, and here's what we'll do. Grab on the Y and put your center line on the X-axis. That'll help you out a lot. So there we go. Alright, X, delete vertices, tab, and go to your wrench up here, mirror, and it should show up on your Y. Yes, very nice. Cool. So there you go for that. And then these guys, okay, we'll go to our 7 view, same thing, tab into edit mode, grab this on the Y, grab this guy. Let's do the same thing. Let's place our center line on our X-axis right there. It just tells us where our center is. Hey, alright, tab in edit mode, make sure you're in vertex select, grab that, X vertices. So this is a nice simple way to do this texturing job, and I think it's something that beginners can handle, and that way you can get yourself a nice cool looking rocket real fast, really easy, and it looks good. So there means no reason to worry about doing any more detailed texturing right now, because this is working great. Alright, so I'm going to join these up. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to do Z into wireframe mode, just like you thought. I'm going to put my center line off that X-axis. We'll use that as a reference, and I'll go to one view, and I'll grab this guy on the Z-axis, and if you see your medium point right there in your center line, and there you go. That's that didn't work at all. Alright, let's try that. Maybe I was off my center line. There you go. Alright, so we got that right there. So real quick, let's hide this. and we'll go into our UV editing up here. Left over, I'm going to change this to an emission, this to an image texture. I'm going to grab our rocket launcher and turn this into UV. Let's see. Project from view. Cool. Alright, scale Z. So sometimes in the new versions of Blender, hold on, certain functions will stop working. It's not doing it for you guys, of course, but it does it all the time with me. So if something's not working right, like, so for example right here, in textured mode, you should see texture on there. But if you stop seeing a texture, just save, quit your Blender, and restart it, and all of your problems will melt away. So I'm just getting the width right here. Nice and good enough. Okay, alright. Now, let's see, I'm going to scale the X. I'm grabbing the X, scale the X. Alright, see, and we, 1 second. Alt hide. Let's see, so, okay, so I'm just checking this section is going to be a different UV texture. So yeah, so we're good. We're good over here. Hide, 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 hide. So not too shabby. It's getting that midsection, but that's hidden anyway, so it's not even a big deal. So, and if you look, ooh, I don't like that. That shouldn't be there. I don't like that. How will we get around that? Good question. Alright. Alt H, hide. Hide this, hide this, hide this, hide this. One view. Okay, tab in edit mode, A. Shouldn't be like that. Okay, I'll figure that out in a second. Check and bounds. Scale till they're about lined up. And scale the heck out of them on the y-axis. Control down. And scale the X till about there. Cover on the Y, and let's see, we need to do a little bit of scaling. Scale Y. Okay. Scale on the X just a tiny bit. Let's see. Huh. Guess we do not need that last one. Alright. Alt hide. Let's try this. How can I get around that? Face mode. Okay. Hide, hide. There it is. Okay. 7. Okay, first A. Let's pin that. Okay. Now let's go to your 7 view. Unselect that. Find that guy right there. Wrong one. That top one. So one vertex we're having a problem with. 7. One face we're having a problem with. Let's go to a U, project from bounds, scale it down. So now let's go over to here. And we'll get a nice view of this. I'm going to scale. Okay. See, we're a little bit off, but not far. Okay, where are you? Whoops. This is the one. Okay, so pay attention to this blue line right here. It's kind of hard to see in there, but it's off a little bit. So let's see what we gotta do. Scale X. Yep, bring that out till it matches. Select another face so that goes away. Just a tiny bit more. Let's see, we're off all over though. Okay, so I'm gonna press Control L. I'm gonna grab it on the Z, and this will help us out a lot. Grab X, scale X, get right above this, and use your border select to grab it, and just grab it on the X right there. Line it up all nice with that. Okay, now okay, so now when we pull this down right here, it should be lined up on everything. Not bad. Okay, so we need to take it right to the top and off of that white section right there. And here's what we do. Go to edge mode, select that edge, grab it on the Y. Make it the same width as that. Okay, Control L, grab it on the Y. And let's see, not perfect, but barely noticeable. So let's turn on that right there. And I want that to go away. God, I hate that. Okay. Eesh. Eesh, that's ugly. But not too bad for what we're going for. Tide. Add modifier, mirror modifier, where are you? Cool, that's working for me. Hide. Go to our one view. Let's hide this. Hey, let's hide this guy. Hide that. Okay, this one, same dealio. We gotta cut it in half. Getting kind of tired of hiding all these over and over. So we're gonna move those to a different layer in a second. Alright, 7 view. Tab in edit mode. You got a nice center line there. A, Z, Control Tab and vertex select. Gonna X, delete vertices. Grab this, add my mirror modifier, hit it on the X-axis, turn on clipping. Why not? Okay. Okay. Share in your one view. A, U, project from bounds. Scale it down. Control down, make your view all big here. Let's see. 1 second here. Okay. Scale on the X. Okay. Let's see, so Alt H. Oh. It's not gonna matter how much I the image texture, default UV. There we go. And I'll take care of that. You're like, oh no, we don't have a face there anymore. Don't worry about that, because we are just going to go right here, tab mode, go to your edge select, select that, hit F for face. Alt, select that line right there, hit F face, and then in your materials tab, just add another one. No image texture, just click on that little color bar and take it to black, and then click assign, and click on face select, click assign, make sure that one's okay. And you won't see it in this mode, but in rendered mode it's black right there, and that's what we want. That is evil. Oh, sorry. Hey. Okay, let's see here. Alright, see, I'm gonna go back to our UV editor, and I'm going to open up 2 tabs here. I'm going to go ahead and close this tab like that. I'm going to make this one my rendered, and what I really want to do is let's see, I really want to make that go away. That bugs me. Tab in edit mode. Okay, so let's see if scaling it up on the Y helps us at all. Yeah, it's still making that line right there, which I don't understand why. If I come in here, okay, now if I come in here, this should be exactly the same. Here, let's flip. Let's flip the y-axis. So unpin, where is it? Okay. And okay, grab Y. I don't see why this wouldn't work. Let's see. Or, well, yeah I do, but let's see, I just want that guy. Okay. Nope. Nope. Let's go to my select down here. I just want, oh, that's, let's do that. Why? Why so much pain? Okay. See, let me go back far enough. Okay, there we go. Grab Y. I'm just going to match these top ones real quick. Okay. Oops. No, come on. God, it's annoying. Okay. Sorry about this, people. Why is it doing that? Don't want to select. Just want that corner. Evil. Ways of making you talk, Bond. So this needs to go up on the Y just a little bit. Alright. Not even a slight improvement. Whatevs. Just a tutorial. Alright. So same thing with this right here. I'm gonna hide this, hide all this right here. You get the deal. Oops. We're gonna go to our 7 view, tab into edit mode. I'm gonna select that, yep, and one of these faces right here. Alright, one of these, and same thing. Control L, P, selection, tab, grab that object, grab it on the Y, grab it on the Z, hide. Alright, 7 view, Z mode, we're at edit. Let's grab and stick our center line on the x-axis. Okay, tab in edit mode, vertex select. First of all, I don't need that. Alright, border select that side. Alright, X vertices. Okay, I'm going to go to my default view right here real quick. Emission, texture, that, UV, mirror modifier. Hey. Alright. Same thing with these guys real quick. Take that off the x-axis. Oops, don't move that right. You want to move the whole thing so your median point doesn't move. Okay, cool. Tab in edit mode. Select everything south of the red line. X vertices. You get the deal. Mirror, y-axis. You can turn on clipping, you don't have to for this one. Maybe clipping would help. Okay. Let us go to our materials tab. Got that. Cool. Alright, one view. Got this tube right here. I'm going to click over to our UV editing. And I'm going to go U, tab in edit mode. For my one view, very important. U, projection bounds. Scale the whole thing down until it's the size of this. We really don't even need to model this section because it's going to just be projected on here and it works. Right there, just kind of get it to our width. Alright, and then go to the X, scale the X. So sorry about the that top texturing part. It's kind of the price of cheap tricks, but I will figure out how to get around that, and if not, we'll just make an easy texture for that right there in the third tutorial. Alright, so grab it on the Y, we can scale our Y just a little bit. Okay. I might have a little bit of white showing. Interesting. The tube is higher over here and lower over here. That doesn't make any sense. That's okay. In a world that's exact. So there you go. That's that. So we're gonna hide this. Grab this on the Z. Make sure you're in your one view. Tab in edit mode. Select everything. Project from bounds. Same deal. You could probably even duplicate the. No, you will not do that. We'll grab these guys. Go into our full view right here. Sorry, thinking out loud. This end guy is not seeming to be. Oh, I guess he's right there. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so now we can just grab these individually. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'll pull that up right there. I'll scale in the X a little bit and pull it back so we get that whole. Yeah, that'll scale on the Y just a teeny bit. These guys, same thing. B. Scale your Y just a tiny bit. Scale your Y just a tiny bit. Grabbing the X. Just really scale these together, but not gonna matter too much. There's our cap right there. I'm gonna grab it on the X, grab it on the Y, scale the X, grab the X, and alright. Cool. So control down to come out of that mode. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So why is that? Let's try this. Smart UV unwrap, and yeah, nobody wants that. So we could go through this someday, and basically you double up all of these right here because they're going to be on the same thing anyways, and you double up all that stuff, joint together. But I mean, you could easily unwrap these, but I'm gonna, yes, much better. All right, default A. We're gonna do real quick for my 7 view. Okay, 7 view. See, these guys are in the center. I'm gonna alt hide. I'm gonna bring this guy to the center as well. That median mark should mark your center. So, okay, and I'm gonna, hey, not the Y, and the Z axis, sorry. Okay, let me hide this camera. Excuse me. I'm gonna press Alt H. No, I'm not. I'm gonna press Alt Z, and I'm gonna go ahead and take this background image off. Minimal. So what I'm gonna do right here. So that's not too bad at all. On this guy, I hate that. Let's see. Yeah, there's no good side on that. We really gotta fix that. This one seems to be moved a little bit. Let's see. Something like that. Oops. And this whole section, So what we'll do right now is save it and go to your modifiers, apply that. So cool, that's in there right there. I'm gonna go to edge select, and I'm gonna turn on my proportionality by pressing Alt O. I'm gonna grab on the Z, and no, I'm gonna turn off proportionality. No proportionality. I just want to bring this up onto this. And that works for our simple UV texturing. So that'll get you to this level right here. So let's save it and set 1, 2 samples, 3 samples, and that's not horrible. I mean, if you're using that for whatever, that works. This tube right here, I'm gonna have to make a texture, and I'll get back to you on that because I don't want you guys to sit here and watch me make a texture. I'll make a different tutorial for that. But that's the basics of giving this your basic texture right here. And what seems to be off right here? We're having discrepancies. Let's go to our UV editor and check this out. That could be a lot of it. So I'm gonna select this right here and grab it on my X. I want those tubes to match up. God, that bugs me. Okay, somewhere there you are. Save. We'll go to our default real quick. I want to turn on clipping. Okay, and God, let's see. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I don't know if this will work. Let's see. Hide. Okay. I'm gonna turn off clipping real quick. I go to my 3 view, hit period to center myself on there. Rotate. Whoa! Rotate X a little bit and tab in edit mode. Okay, rotate X back a little bit. Don't rotate it in edit mode. Okay. Alrighty now. Let's see here. That will happen. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. And I don't know if this will work at all. I'm going to X delete that right there. I'm gonna go to edge mode. Back to 3. I'm gonna extrude that. I'm going to extrude that. Now I'm going to turn on clipping. I'm going to tab out of that. Cool. That's what you do. Alright. I win, Blender. Alright. Let me, this needs to be proportioned correctly. So, let's go to our Control 3. So basically I just stretch the top texture to each other. Since it's mirrored, it matches up perfect. And that is how there are ways to get around things, you know. Never really give up on your animation. Alright. Cool, I'm all hot to trot about that. Nope, I want to grab it on the Y and grab it on the Z. I just happen to know that it's kind of like that. let's just you know what, I'm gonna join those together, and that'll put me under that ridge. So that's all I really want. And then these guys need to be grab on the y-axis. Ooh, and you see a little bit larger than we watch this. Command S, cursor selected. Let's see if this might work. Command S, selection of cursor. Ha ha ha. Alright. And whoops, I don't want that. I want to grab both of these right here, and then I'm just going to grab on the x-axis and pull them over their respected position. You could raise this up if you wanted. You don't have to. I'm not going to, because it's working out. So there you go. Not too bad. And that section right there, you wouldn't know if you didn't know. Okay, real quick, we will take care of. So I'm using QuickTime Recorder, so I have no idea how long I've been recording for. Should have looked at the time. Here we go. Alright, so we'll go to our one view. I got N right there. Let's bring our background image in. Let's just hide all this stuff we don't need. I'm gonna we can do that if you want. I don't know. Sure. Okay, we got this right here. Okay, you see how we're kind of lined up right there. Oh, we need to make the cylinder real quick. So here, Alt hide Z. So tab and edit mode, go to your face select, find this face right here, press Shift S, cursor selected. That'll put a cursor right there, so we can just Shift A, add a cylinder, rotate the y-axis 90 degrees, scale it down a whole bunch. Go into Z mode, scale it down. Grabbing the Z. Okay, now to scale the X out to the boot there. It's a tiny bit smaller. Alright, tab and edit mode. Cool, you got face select. And then just extrude, scale, grab X, scale that right there. Tab, I'm going to grab it on the Z down a little bit. Tab back in edit mode. I'm going to grab this edge loop right here. Actually, this one. And I'm just going to scale it out a tiny bit. Oh, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Okay, extrude right here. Extrude this out and scale it like that. And then just grab it on the Z. And grab it on the X. Cool. One. New text material. Image texture, emission, rocket launcher, UV. Very redundant, I know. Alright, save, always save a lot. UV editing. You know the deal. A to select everything. U, protect from viewing bounds. Scale this guy down. Grab this up right here, and this will give a lot of realism to our canister thing right here. So we're just gonna make sure, I'm just looking for these bounds to be the same right here. And okay. Okay, grabbing the X. Let's kind of try to hit those lines right there. That's alright. I'm just gonna grab this on the X a tiny bit. Okay. And grab this over to a key. Tab. Is that because it's not an emission? It is an emission. I'm gonna rotate the X a buck 80. Oh, there we go. Okay, rotate X. What am I? We seem to be flipped. Let's go to UV editing. Tab. Okay, Control A, rotation scale, location. Now I'm going to tab back in. I'm going to project from view. Let's flip the normals. Where is it? Okay, there you go. Just flip the normals, and that'll take care of that. So get rid of that right there. Do the same thing we just did. Oh, we transform. I want to mirror the y-axis. Click, and now I want to flip my normals. Normals, recalculate. Let's see. No. Okay, let's rotate our X. First, I'm going to press Shift Control Alt C to origin geometry. I'm going to rotate the X 180 degrees, and there we go. Okay. Works really easy when I do it when you guys aren't watching. I'm going to grab this on the Y. I'm going to grab this on the Y again. Right there. And it's an emission, so that should be diffuse. Let's see. Now, emission. There we go. Okay, so you can see that you can kind of see that in there. We don't want that. We just want, and we want to make this section black as well. And this looks like, if you can see what we got. So what do we have? I just want to select, hey, this that guy right there. Okay. So I'm just going to scale it on the X a little bit till it covers that up. Gosh, and I'm going to blow you up. Alright. And you'll see on the handle, this white section right there. Yeah, we don't want that. Tab A. And you'll see where that is really easy. Hey! Grab that up in there. Where else do we have some white? Up in that corner right there. There it is. There it is. Alright. Definitely right there. Let's grab this whole side on the X. Yeah. I can live with that. Cool. And so that shows right there, but shows up right there, but when we go into rendered mode, it goes away. And alright, the way I see it, all we need is a handle and an aimer. Dabba dabba dabba. Okay, one. Alright, that's gotta go. Die. Hide. Alright, one. I'm going to tab into edit mode, go to face select. I'm going to shift S, cursor selected. That just gets my cursor in the general area. I'm going to add a plane. I'm rotating the X 90 degrees, scale it way down, grab right here, and if you look, we'll be on the same axis as that, and that's cool. Tab into edit mode. Actually, no, it's not. Let's just go to our vertex selector here, and let's get this just to that top line right there, okay? Same thing, the top bottom line right there. Okay, now we're going to Z into edit mode, and here's what we'll do. And then just make this guy, go to your orange cube up there, go right here, and go to a wire, and then now we can see this object, but so we know what we need to trace out pretty much. Real lazy. Let's just grab that vertice and pull that up to there. My bad. Grab that, pull that to there. We'll add an edge loop in here for right there and there. So A, B, I'll select that. I'll just make it a little bit larger. This is this is cheating. but it'll look great and no one will know, because we're not going to be like magnifying glass gadgeting this this thing. We're just going to be firing rockets out of it and blowing stuff up in later tutorials. Alright, so I got that right there. New emission. This makes it easier to see right now. You know the drill. UV. Okay. Go to your UV editor right here. I mean, next time I would arrange your default view right next to your UV view. That would probably make your life a lot easier. See what? I guess oh yeah, I took that away. Okay. Properties. Texture. Let's go right here and let's take that off of wire to textured. And tab in edit mode. U project from view. In the bounds right there. Whoa. Scale the X. Hey. Okay, so let's see. That's gonna. Okay. There's probably better ways to do this. So which one we do? We did that first one first. Okay. So scale on the Y. Go right up here. Scale on the X. I just want to scale the Y, so I believe scale the whole thing out. Let's see, if we scale this out like so, let me just grab this on the X over here. No. Scale the whole thing out. In. Out. In. A tiny bit more till those match up. Alright. Probably not necessary. You could just bridge that and yeah, this is stupid. Okay, I call BS on this. Cool. Die. Tab in edit mode. I want you to grab this edge loop, and that works great. Alright, extrude it on the y-axis. Right there. And do we applied the modifier for that? Okay, so that will explain that. But that's kind of cool because we could use the cool bridge tool. Right here, go to your loop tools, bridge. If you don't have it, get it. Cool. That kind of takes care of that. And then if you're like really worried about that, here you could right here, and then just scale this right here and grab it on the Y. Yeah, and that'll give you that nice dealio right there. And you could even scale it again and see, grabbing the X, and there, that'll give you that look that they kind of have in there without much hassle. So same thing right here, extrude, scale, extrude, scale, and just gonna select that and bridge it. Cool. Alright, now yeah, that's fine. Go to this face select right here. Make sure I got all those faces selected. Add a new material. Black. Sign. Okay. Rendered mode. Okay, I can tell because it's black, and you still. That. So right here, one view. You guessed it. Back to the UV editing. And it's just going, it's like, what the heck did you just do, dude? A project from view, and we'll just do this one more. Hey, select the whole thing, scale it back down. Here, let's go in this view. Grab on the. They should really make it so it's the same. So when I say z-axis, it grabs it on the z-axis. I don't know why. I mean, I know it doesn't exist. It's a 2D plane, but it would just make everything so much easier. So I'm just getting this back in position, and my main concern is mainly that right there. So let's see, I'm just going to grab it in the X just a little bit. Okay, it's kind of back where we were. Sometimes you gotta step back twice to go forward 3 times. Alright, I really should have added that face in right now, so it's double work, but whatever. Edge select, let's see if I can, yes, let's get all these guys, let's scale it out. No, yes, scale it out all the way. Grab this whole edge right here, go up on the y-axis. Okay. Darn. See, this is probably going to look like crap. Let's see. All for naught or not for all. This is definitely going to look like crap. Okay, yeah, worse than before. Cool. Calling that good. That is that. Real quick, aimer. Let's go up here, tab in edit mode, Shift S, cursor selected, video 1 view, tab in edit mode, Shift A, add a cylinder, rotate Y 90 degrees, scale down, go to my default view, and if I go right here and I hide this, get a better view of that. So I'm going to grab this on the X, scale that, grab it on the Z. See, it's got me all, UV editing's got me all messed up. I'm trying to grab the Z axis with the Y axis. Okay, scale X. And let's see, that's going to be recessed in there anyway, so don't even worry about that. Okay, tab in edit mode, grab that face, 1, grab it on the x-axis, extrude, scale, extrude, scale way down. See right there, too much scaling. Let's see a boot there. Extrude X. Nope. Scale it tinier. Extrude. Grab this one Z. Okay. Let me just grab this edge loop right here. Scale it down. I'll get this edge loop. Scale it down. Now I'll go to face select. Get this whole thing right here. And I'll just, since that seems to be higher for some reason, whatever. Face select. Extrude right here. Scale. Okay, that'll be under there, so don't even worry about that. That's a good indicator of where you need to go. Tab out of edit mode, go to your 7 view, which is your top view. Here's what we'll do. Okay, so it's getting hairy in there. So just grab all this, hide it, and same deal. This just helps you know what your center line is. Grab Y, bring it on that x-axis right there, your medium point. Tab, Control Tab for vertex select. And let's just delete half of this guy right here. X vertices. I missed him. Them. Okay. Tab. We'll give it a mirror modifier first. Alright. And then material, emission, you know the deal. Image texture, vector, UV. Vector. I feel like I'm in Star Wars. Alright, let's go right here. Go to this Shift S, cursor selected. 1. Now, let's add another. I should just duplicated that cylinder earlier before, whatever. Cylinder, rotate Y 90 degrees, scale it way down. Okay. So I'll just do this first. So yeah, it's pretty much on my center. I'm in Z mode, wireframe mode, which I like to call Z mode. Vertices, okay. Alright. So I'm going to add my mirror modifier. Cool, that's already taken care of. Ooh, okay, that's okay. So we don't have those faces anymore, but just grab the edge. Same thing. extrude, scale, grab X. Alright. Grab it on, extrude on the X, extrude X, scale, extrude X, extrude X, extrude X. Go back here. This is a scope after all. I'm just going to grab it on Z a little bit and extrude on the X. Okay, cool. It's looking like a scope. Just grab that right there. Extrude, extrude X. Okay. Alrighty. Now, just to make our lives easier, I'm just going to grab this edge right here, and let's see, I just want this, ooh, you see, we're not perfectly joined here. Let's do some 3. That's bad. A, grab X, grab Y. What the hell happened here? That's okay. Just turn on clipping right here. Go to your 7 view. Grab it on the Y till it clips. Grab this on the Y. Pull it back. Okay. Grab this on the Y. Wow, that's. Hold on. No. Let's take care of this. Let's go to our 7 view. I must have deleted more than I wanted to. So, screw that thing. I don't remember doing that. Okay, cool. We'll split this after. That's what happened. Same deal. Tab. It's because we extruded it in our edge loop mode, so that's not working, and I apologize for that. It's an unforeseen consequence. Shift A, same deal. Add a cylinder, scale it way down, rotate the Y 90 degrees, scale, grab it right here. Okay, we'll just start with that right there. So, oops, tab into edit mode, go to your face select, extrude, scale, extrude, extrude, scale, extrude, extrude, scale. Okay. I'm really sorry about that, guys. Okay. And it's looking to me like we could grab this down here and kind of scale out the whole thing a little bit. Let's scale on the X within these shadowy lines right there. Okay. Now, go to your 7 view. Tap in edit mode. Go to vertex select. Alright, cool. Yeah. X vertices. There, that. Get this guy right here. Alright, modifier. Here. Cool. Alright. So, we'll go to materials up here. Let's see, we got UV on that one already. Let's give this one a image texture. Why am I not copying the materials? Because I like to let everything have their own personal image texture. It just makes things easier in the long run for me. It's my personal preference. Alright, saving it because Blender could destroy hours of painful modeling in one foul swoop. Alright, tab, A, select everything, U, project from view, and let's see, really? Okay, yes, we are on. Alright. Some people. Alright. Scale X. Grab X. Scale X. Scale X. Okay. U, project from bounds. That's sorry. Scale, grab, scale, grab X, scale X, grab X, scale X. Alright, cool. Save it. Go to your default view, Z, Alt H, hide. Okay, there you go. So if we I believe this aimer is on the side over here. I'm going to do the same thing in here. Edge loop, edge loop. Oops. Bridge. And assign that. Okay. Alright, and that's it for now. If you go to Alt hide and we go to our view right here, you will see a nice looking cycles, but you could use this in the same thing in any form of Blender. See, that guy is not set to a let's go to whoops, emission on that one as well. There you go. That looks like crap, but whatever. Not too bad for an easy texturing demo. Saving it, and you guys can refine it. I'll probably do another one on refining and making it look a lot more professional, but this works for kind of an easy rocket launcher to make. Alright guys, hope this helped, and happy blending.